whenever you encounter one of those situations where, you did something that you didn't mean to, for instance, you use the government travel card incorrectly,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a
So
common one. It is.
yeah, you use the travel card incorrectly, you're just like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Well, usually you'll get like a slap on the wrist, you get an LOR, you get an LOC or something like that. But if you have a history of, getting yourself into trouble, I just thought about the Article 92 could totally just fall right into that, So I'm like, okay, that's one of those situations where, it's, to some people it's not a big deal, but when it comes to the UCMJ, you can totally fall into that, and before you know it, you end up in a courtroom.
Without a doubt. And that's one of the important things to remember is that most of the things that you're seeing people get paperwork for or getting counseled for, they could, if their supervisor wanted to, I mean, they're most likely violating the UCMJ. It's very likely that they could be accused of that. And any offense, any of those offenses could find themselves in a court martial, however small they may be. Bear in mind that we have this thing called progressive discipline. You're supposed to go through these different steps.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain cases when we skip steps. You murder someone, we're not going to give you an LOC. We're going to skip a few steps and go to court. But otherwise, if you're 5 minutes late to work, we're not going to take you to court the first time. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And different supervisors have different policies on what kind of paperwork they give and what kind of counselings and breaks and things of that nature. And that's all up to the supervisor. That's empowering the supervisor. Those are good things that need to happen. But I've had a client, unfortunately, he was court-martialed for a multitude of things. Unfortunately, he kept thumbing his nose at his commander. Not a good idea when you're already in trouble.
100%, yeah.
So he kept getting things added to the charge sheet, and one of the things that was added was he was 5 minutes late to work. We got him off on all the other offenses, but he now has a federal conviction for being 5 minutes late to work.
Yeah, I completely understand. It's one of those things, just like, hey, yeah, if you it's super easy to have all those things compound where, in the civilian world, yeah, you might have just gotten fired, in the beginning from the start of it, depending on what the business is. But in the military, they're going to give you, time to correct yourself. But if you habitually keep, making those errors and purposely making those errors, all it is just, it's just a checklist. You're just racking up a checklist that in the end, whenever it gets to a point where, nope, that's it. And whoever makes that determination, I mean, you've already created a laundry list of things that it can throw at you. And just like you said, you might be able to get everything else taken care of, but that one thing, that you've done habitually forever will eventually and can just come up and bite you in the ass and just end it. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the exchange over at our channel, Wild at Heart Association. This is a podcast-style interview format that we recently started, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. Be sure to check that out, give that video a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing here at Wild at Heart.